A small number of black people in South Carolina were free. They may have come to South Carolina from other states or countries. Some people of color came from a mix of races. With lighter skin, they could pass for white people. It was hard for people who were already slaves to be freed. However, some owners did free their slaves. If the slave did a special deed or service, such as fighting in the militia, he might be freed as a reward. This was less common after the 1820s, when there were slave revolts in the state. Some slaves were able to buy their freedom. For example, if a man was a great carpenter, his master might hire him out to others. The slave got to keep part of the money he earned. He saved until he had enough money to buy his freedom. Free blacks had many types of jobs. Some were independent farmers, others worked as handymen or skilled craftsmen. There were carpenters, bricklayers, and wagon drivers. Some owned small stores or started schools and churches. Women found jobs as housekeepers or cooks. They used their sewing skills to earn money. Most free people of color lived in Charleston or Columbia. Charleston had a community of elite free blacks. Some of them even had their own slaves. However, most free blacks were poor. They worked and saved to buy the freedom of their loved ones. If you were the child of a free African American, you might learn to read and write at home. There were no public schools for black children. Teaching black people to read was against the law. However, some churches helped start schools for free black children in Charleston. No matter how well off they were, free blacks did not have the same freedom as whites. Even though they had many skills, they were not seen as equals. They had to carry special papers to prove they were free. They also had to pay a tax each year to remain free. If they did not pay the tax, they could be returned to slavery. Free blacks often lived in fear of being made slaves again. Many of them left South Carolina. Some stayed to be close to family members who were still enslaved. The laws about freeing a slave only got stricter. In 1820, the General Assembly said it had to approve which slaves could be freed. It also stopped allowing free blacks into the state. Later, things got even worse. A new law tried to prevent owners from freeing their slaves at all.